Paul at the moment on a decent lap actually. It's not going to be enough to get himself up into pole position. Has he got enough time to get another lap in afterwards actually? Doesn't improve. There's I'm not sure what's happened with the sector time there. It's saying a massive sector time for sector 3, so he's got one more chance at it. I don't think anyone else at the moment has improved. It seems to be pretty much a stalemate, so unless anything drastic happens, it's looking like the grid at the moment. Oh, Matty Johnston's just moved himself up into 3rd place. So he's managed to get himself back ahead of Rob Fowler. So he's heading up road 2 in a dangerous position to attack. Paul still another 32.3 in the first sector. So it's going to take something absolutely mighty from him in the rest of this lap to be able to get in front of Matt Davis's time. He's down towards the second to last corner, this big wide hairpin, second gear, fairly tidy on the exit. It's just a 37.1 in the middle sector though, so he's a couple tenths down and he ain't going to gain all that back in just this last corner, but he will come through to complete the lap anyway. Oh, and he did go in front, so he gained 2 tenths in the final sector apparently. Whether my leaderboard's lying to me, but there you go then. So yeah, Paul nicks it right at the end, 7 thousandths of a second. Absolutely incredible that. Them two runaways from the grid. Oh, yeah. Hi Paul.
Right, Andy, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Hopefully everyone should be able to hear you. After last week where I couldn't get the Discord coming through, but yeah, nicked it with the absolute last lap then.
Yeah, I kind of bailed on one of the laps to get into the pits to try and make use of the fresh tyres. I think I crossed the line with about 3 seconds to go, and yeah, ultimately it was a good decision, but it was very close on that last lap.
Yeah, 7 thousandths of a second between you, so absolutely nothing to split you two at the front, really.
Yeah, he was much quicker than my previous best. I was about 3 tenths down, so I was kind of a bit of a banzai lap, really, that one. Then the last 2 corners just kind of keep it on the black stuff, but yeah. I'm sure it'll all be changed into the second corner, though, so...
Yeah, well, as I say, obviously, just want to get through turn 1 and 2, I guess, as cleanly as possible and see if you can gap the rest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult tonight. I think for everybody, it's all right doing a qualifying lap, but as soon as the tyres, you lose temperature on the right-hand side, the car changes, you're a lot slower, and it's very easy to make a mistake, and it does punish you around here. So I think we're going to see a few mistakes, I think, today. You can't help but feel that Matty J and Matty D seem more comfortable around here, but we'll see.
Excellent. Well, I'll let you get back, but well done for the pole, and maybe speak to you later then.
Thanks very much, hopefully.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Everyone's starting to build the revs already. As we count down then. Oh, and it's a terrible start for Ant Brown at the back. Does not get away at all there, so Ant too busy putting messages in the chat on on Twitch. So just trying to find the guys going into turn 2. Everyone looks to have got through pretty unscathed. Tom Simpkins has done well off the start, actually managed to gain a position. Hi Amy. Words speak louder than actions today. It would appear so, as Matt Davis desperately defending from Matt Johnson there. Paul on the outside. And they're all being really cautious as Matt Davis goes floating off and disconnected from the server, I guess. So unless he just appears in the middle of the track, we have had it before with AC, I'm not going to lie, where all of a sudden the car has just reappeared again after a lap. But if that's a disconnect from Matty D, that's absolutely terrible luck for him. I thought he was being generous to Paul, to be fair. I thought he was giving him so much room and Paul was taking it round the outside. Yeah. It's such a shame. It is funny to watch, I'm not going to lie, but it is such a shame at the same time. Yeah, as you say, Tom full on Back to the Future style. So let's concentrate then back on this action. So Tom, as a consequence of this, he's actually got past Rob Fowler as well. So Tom straight up back onto the podium positions. It's exactly what he'd have wanted from the start of this race. So he's maybe not had the ultimate pace through the practice session, struggling a bit with the circuit. Now he's right with Paul and Matty J. Just going to have to see whether he can stick with them. Try and use them as a bit of a guide, see what lines they take, see when they're braking into the corner, etc. Just try and drag himself along a little bit. Rob Fowler not being dropped either. Always, that looked like Matt Cross. Yeah, Matt Cross had a bit of a moment there with lag as well. He was suddenly flying across the infield, so hopefully we don't see too much of it this evening. Oh, as Tom looks for the switchback on the right hand side, but not going to get it done this time through. Everyone just fanning the way through. Tom pushing the back of Matt Johnston now. So Matt Davis has created his own voice channel. I've just seen in Discord, which is different. We shall see what is going on with him. Yeah, Tom trying desperately. Where is C? On my timing screens, there's Ant Brown trying to stick a nose down the inside. Ben squeezing him. And in the end, Ben will hang on to that place. As Ant got it wrong on the, well, didn't get it wrong on the exit, but was obviously squeezed to the inside and got sideways on the exit and lost his momentum. Both got Harrison and Ashley Toff. Good to see Ash Toff. He's clinging on to the back of Harrison for now. Oh, just getting a little bit sideways. Oh, just as I go on with him, he's lost it on the curb. I'm sorry, that's commentator's curse, Ash, but keep going. So back at the front then. All just creeping away. Look, a second, just over a second gap he's managed to build already. And there goes Tom right round the outside. He's going to go really, really wide here. Oh, the car will not turn and go back onto the circuit. Bit of a late rejoin. He's going to be sideways on the exit. Jake's going to be desperately looking for a move here as well, if he's got the momentum. No, not quite. So Tom losing more ground as much as anything. He's lost a position to Rob Fowler. But he's going to be annoyed with himself for that. It's a silly mistake, really. It's easy done. You see Matt Cross is back in the pits then. Ashtoff is having a bit of a nightmare as well. So just cut back then. So Ant Brown has made his way past Ben Hanks. Here comes Harrison. They'll lunge down the inside. A little bit of contact with Ben. They'll get through okay. Is Ben going to make an attack straight away at the final corner? It looks like he is. No, maybe thinks the better of it. As Harrison hasn't compromised himself too much. And be desperate to try and make another move back. The cars have sort of spread out a little bit. I think Tom is catching Rob again. Oh, as Ben dives to the inside. That gap was always going to close though. Looks like he's got the better exit coming out the corner. He pulled out early. He's gone down the inside. There's a little bit of door banging. Harrison just slightly wide on the grass. Oh, that's Matty D. Sorry, I was thinking that's someone else. Yeah, that's Matt Davis then. So he's got back into the server. So yeah, definitely bad luck there as we see Ben has got the car stopped. Harrison's going to try and go the long way round. They're still side by side here. Ben again got the line. Harrison's going to try for a switch back, but doesn't get it done. So Ben makes that position back up and gets himself back inside that top 10. So we'll have a look. I've missed that. Sorry, Tom. Whilst I was watching Harrison and Ben, Tom has made his way back up into third place again. You can see Ross and John having a good scrap in the background as well. Rob not giving up without a fight. But Tom does get that position back. And is now going to be on the case. Whether he can gain anything back towards Matt Johnston. I think at the current rate he'll probably just be happy to get back onto the podium. If he can just break away from Rob a little bit as well. And you break. Oh, have fun the rest of your shift, Amy. We'll see you later on. Sorry, as we cut back then to Paul. Still leading this race, 1.8 seconds in front of Matt Johnston. As we saw Tom taking a lot of curb on the inside there. Not ideal, but up into third place in front of Rob Fowler. There's Jake Biggerstaff having a bit of a lonely race. Couple seconds off the back of Rob. 3 seconds in front of Ross Parker, so a bit in no man's land at the moment. How's John Walker? John just falling away a little bit again from Ross. There's Ant Brown behind him. Ant was significantly quicker on the last lap than both John and Ross actually. So we'll have to keep an eye on that gap because and if he's going to gain a second a lap, then he's soon going to be on the back of those two guys and looking for a way through. Ben's broke away from Harrison as well. Yeah, Ben not quite been able to hang with those guys in front of him. Just cut back to these two for now. That battle for the bottom step of the podium. Rob certainly picked up his pace a little bit since Tom's gone past. Dropped a couple tenths, but certainly quicker than he was going. Seen as well, Matty J down to a 44.6 on the last lap, so absolutely flying again. Quicker than his qualifying lap, in fact, so yeah, found a bit more pace from somewhere. Probably just looking at lines Paul's taking, I guess. Field spread not too bad actually. It was kind of fearing from the practice that it might spread out quite a lot. There was quite a big difference between quite a few of the drivers, so thankfully it's not gone too ridiculous. There's obviously a bit of gaps here and there, but it's not helped with the disconnects that we've had from Matt Cross and Matt Davis. Hopefully those two guys will be back in for the next race. I can see they're still in the chat in the Discord, so that bodes well. As John is catching back up to Ross Parker there, could see they did a 46.4, both of them actually on the last lap, compared to a 46.3 of Ant. So Ant was actually maintaining pace, but John and Ross had lost a lot of ground, but they seem to have lost a lot of ground again this time through, so expect a slow lap from those two guys. Yeah, in the 47s, with Ant doing a 46.1 and Hank's with a 46.2 behind, so he's not hanging about either. This is going to be a three-way battle very, very shortly though. And can Ant do anything about the two guys in front? There we go then, as the down this back straight, up the hill towards that tight left-hander. It's just chicane really. It's the you've got the left-hand hairpin followed immediately by the right hand. The classic rainbow unicorn livery for Ross Parker there. Oh, as John gets really sideways in the heirlooms car behind him. Ant's certainly going to be looking now. And down the hill. That left-hander tricky, I think, corner that one. We're all going slightly wide on the exit. Not ideal for getting on the power. But it's been a good lap from Ross this one. Kept it nice and clean whilst I think John has made some mistakes. And just dropped a few car lengths again. But not an ideal from Ant. Exit from Ant there. Getting sideways. He's not able to follow John into the final corner. He really needs to start closing those last few car lengths up if he can. Not too long to go in this race now. We're on lap 8 of 9, so we're on the penultimate lap. You can see Rob Fowler on the timing screen actually still really close to Tom Simpkins. Half a second is not letting him get away. Gap at the front is steadied out at 2 seconds. So Paul's managed to get himself down to the 44.6 as well, so just picked up the pace again slightly after Matty Johnston was starting to find his feet. Last of the late race, always Rob Fowler there into the hairpin. But again, just not quite able to overcome those few car lengths, but that looked like a mistake from Tom, and it is. Tom is wide on the exit. He's going to keep the car down the inside. Rob sideways on the exit. It's probably cost him a tiny bit of momentum. Is he going to be alongside enough? I think Tom's going to close the door. He certainly is. So Rob going to go the long way. He's going to try and get the switchback. Tom will park it on the apex, as you would expect. So he's probably going to be vulnerable again for the next corner. But not quite, so timed it to perfection really, the stopping on the apex and getting back on the power. Oh, but he's sideways on the exit again, so Tom really struggling with the tyres, it seems, on the car. And that is Rob slipping down the inside. He's going to force his way through. They both go wide. But Rob has got himself through. Is Tom going to attack again straight away? That's sideways on the exit for Rob. Not sure it's cost him too much in terms of momentum though as they go up the hill. What's happened to Matt? So Matt Davis had a disconnect, and so did Matt Cross actually, Craig. So yeah, really unfortunate for both those guys. So Paul still with a 2-second advantage at the front as Tom really closes up on the brakes again. Desperate to get back onto the podium after that mistake. Ant and John still close as well. We probably will cut to Paul in a moment just to see him come across the start-finish line, but Tom trying all he can. That's a mistake from Rob by the looks of it. So Rob goes wide. He's going to lose momentum coming out of the corner. Tom's got his nose in front, so he's got an opportunity. Is he going to try and hang it around the outside or squeeze back down the inside? It's not really able to do both. Rob defending well. We will just cut and have a look at Paul across the finish line then. So last lap, that is Paul safely across the finish line in front of Matt Johnston. Rob Fowler does stay ahead of Tom Simpkins. Meanwhile, we'll cut back. Ross Parker again had John for company. Can John nick it over the line? It looks like John's got a chance here. Not quite. He did get a nose down the inside, but not quite had enough momentum to get himself in front. But good racing from those guys. All real close at the end. Ben Hanks comes home in 8th. Sorry, that'll be 9th place because Rob has gone back to the pits. Harrison's in 10th, and then Ash Toft just coming round to complete the end of the race after his earlier issues. Hopefully all of that has been sorted now. But just whilst we wait as well, I will say anyone that is watching and hasn't watched us before, first of all, welcome. If you want to get involved, please check us out. We've got links everywhere. They're on the Twitch page, channel page, and that for Discord, etc. So most of our stuff's done through Discord. We've got a set of course of Competizione coming up on Sunday, which is in the Ginettas. We're doing a Ginetta Cup, and that one is at Laguna Seca actually, so it's 2 20-minute races. I will come back to your question, Tom, very soon, as we see the lights are coming on. We are missing Harrison apparently, so we are a driver down, but everyone gets away, and that looked like a cracking start initially. Yeah, it is a good start from Ben. Not able to do anything. There was John disappeared with his internet a little bit, but never mind, we go round to turn 2. So Matt Johnston managing to stay on the outside through turn 1 and had the inside line for turn 2 as they all come filing through then. And will go up the hill. Paul having to concede the lead there, not able to carry the speed through the right-hander on the outside line. He's going to have to be careful with Rob Fowler here. Let's stay in the middle of the track as Tom really late on the brakes there and got it stopped on the apex on the inside. There's Matty Davis already making some moves. So Matt Davis is up into 8th place and trying to find a way past Ant Brown immediately, which it looks like he's going to do, and certainly does. He gets himself down the inside, and that is Matty Davis up to 7th already in this race. That's a cracking start from him. Ant Brown looks to take advantage of Macross, and that's Tom way off into the grass there. So Tom has dropped a position again. Looks to close on Jake. I think Tom was just absolutely desperate to make moves as early as possible and try and get on to the back of Paul so he can go with the 2 at the front. Unfortunately not worked out. Everyone through cleanly on lap 1, which is always good to see. Not seeing any incidents as Tom's going wide again on the exit there. Is Matt Davis going to be able to do something with Ross? Ross is certainly known to be good at defending his position, so it's going to have to be well thought out. He's going to have to make sure he gets the car put in a position where Ross really has no choice for him to make up that move. Around the back straight then. And up the hill into the braking zone. And Matty J having a really good opening lap actually. He's managed to gain a second, as you can see on the leaderboard. It's 0.9 at the moment. So Ross goes slightly wide on the exit there. Is that enough for Matt Davis to get himself through? And it is. So that's a couple of times we've seen him make that move. But Ross not giving up. He will be on the inside through the left-hander. He forces Matt Davis wide. Matt Cross is going to take the both of them here by the looks of it. And in fact, that's an Ant Brown coming back past Matt Davis. So after making that initial move, Matt Davis is going to lose 3 places here as Ross gets a little bit of a nudge from Ant Brown, giving him the hurry up mid-corner. Matt Davis is able to gain a position back on Ant Brown, but he's still lost 2 overall in that exchange. So yeah, really didn't work out for him, that one. And he's now going to watch Matt Cross disappear in front of him over the course of this lap. Needs to try and find a way past Ross as soon as he can now. And Hanks and John having a good tussle in the background as well. You can see that Jake has got Tom for company. There we go, with the slipstream effect. Does seem to be making a difference. Tom already alongside. Before they get to the braking point, he's going to have to try and hang it round the outside. And he does just that. There's a little bit of contact on turning. But Tom gets the move done. He's sideways on the exit. But he has got that move completed then. Oh, Matt Davis has already got that move done. So as we cut away, he has managed to find his way past Ross. So that's him back up into 7th place again then. And now after Matt Cross for a second time. So on that last lap actually, 3/10 quicker Matt Johnston over the course of the lap. Does seem to have come down again a little bit at the time, so it'll be interesting to see what the lap times are going to be between these two. Both of them pulling away from Rob. No one able to live with the pace of Matty J and Paul tonight at the moment. I would argue Matt Davis probably would if he had clear air. He's going to struggle from where he is at the moment. So it's a 44.7 plays a 44.5 and a fastest lap of the race for Paul Ayo there. So just starting to get warmed up again in this race. Just making up that ground he lost on the opening lap by the looks of it. We'll keep an eye on what their times are. So just cut back then. Matt Davis has closed down that gap already on Matt Cross, so 44.9 on the last lap, and that was with an overtake in the traffic, remember, so he's looking really quick. So unfortunate with his disconnect, because he definitely had been right up there at the front. Ooh, thought about a move there into the right-hander. Sneaky snifter down the inside. And then Matt Cross just looking maybe a little bit ragged, just on the outside, using a lot of the track. Just costing himself a little bit of time. Still a battle going on behind as well, with Ben Hanks and John Walker. This John going to look for the cutback, certainly trying it. Never to get it done. Unfortunately, Ashley Toff's fallen off the back again. Probably a mistake involved there somewhere with his last lap time by the looks of it. But persevering through, which is what we like to see. I'm not sure what's happened to Harrison, who's not on the grid for us this time. Oh, as Matt Davis gets it wrong going through turn 1 then, and that's Ant Brown in the background done the same thing. Just tried to carry way too much momentum into the corner and gone straight onto the grass. Gap's still at 0.9 at the front. So Paul not able to quite get to the back bumper. We'll see if it changes throughout the rest of the race. I'm going to say these two guys actually catching Jake. These two are catching Jake, so this is going to become a three-way scrap soon enough. There's Matt with that late move as well. He's got the car stopped, he's got it down the inside, and he should be able to complete the move into this corner, you would suspect. Hashtag drive better. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and there's a resubscription as these two go side by side through the left-hand hairpin. Matt Cross leaving lots of room, really generous there. Yeah, thanks for that, Dave. It's good to see another person subscribed with Prime. So just saw Matt Davis finally able to get that move completed on Matt Cross then in the hairpin, and now he's got Jake Biggerstaff just over a second in front of him. These two are both going to close in on him by the looks of it, especially if Jake's going to do that and put wheels on the grass. It's not going to help his cause, doing a 46.6 at the moment. Two behind him. Well, Matt Davis certainly was quicker on that last lap, despite all the side-by-side action. You can just see he's starting to pull a few car lengths as well, and so got to think he's going to be getting right on the back bumper of Jake Biggerstaff very quickly. Dave, watching from the mountains in France. Oh, must be nice. You'll beat Matt J next week. Yeah, okay, no problems. Easy done. Hope you're having a good break. And thanks for tuning in whilst you're in France as well. Surely not got better things to be doing. There we go, the battle back up at the front then. So Paul made a lot of ground on that last lap with a mid 44. Really good time set by him. So just coming into the second to last now, that right hand hairpin. For another fairly decent straight going into the last corner then. The left-hander on, there's a change. Matt Davis has got ahead of Jake Biggerstaff. And there he goes, he gets the move complete, does he? Oh, Jake all over the grass on the inside there, but yeah, Matt Davis is through. And that's up into 5th place, so in a fairly deep... Oh, as he goes wide actually, but he's going to keep hold of the position for now. They're not able to capitalise. I'm going to say Matt Davis is actually going to be in quite a good position for the reverse grid here. He's already come from the back in this race, and he's going to have the main rivals behind him in the next one, so could be a dark horse for the victory in the next one on this showing. Who else is close then? See them three. David still being last even if he wasn't in France. Oh, that's not very nice. Looks like Matt Cross then. Oh, someone was off in the back. I think that was John actually. Getting it onto the grass. And there goes Matt Cross. He's made the switch. As he carried the speed at the same time. Not quite by the looks of it. As the lead battle. Oh, it was a poor lap really from Matt Johnson. I was going to say on the last lap, it had gone up by half a second again, that interval between them, and it's come straight back down again as we're watching Jake and Matt Cross. But we'll cut back to the leaders then. We're on the penultimate lap. So Paul needs to try and find a gap somewhere. Right, excuse me. Yeah, needs to find a gap somewhere if he can, to try and make a move on Matt Johnston. Easier said than done. Heavy on the brakes into the left-hander. And then again followed by this right-hander. Looks like a good line from Paul there. Doesn't appear to have made too much difference. Looks so he might have carried a bit more momentum initially, but not to be the case. So down again through this left-hander. Both trying to get on the power as soon as possibly can. Just come down to this penultimate corner. You're going to go have one more lap at it. Tom desperately trying to get back past Rob Fowler as well. Matt Cross is, where is he? Close to Jake, but he's not close enough to make a move at the moment. Everyone else is fairly stable. Some battling at the back. We'll just stick with the 2 leaders for now. So yeah, Paul, 45.2 on the last lap. So yeah, trading times really. You've had a 44.6 on the last lap for Paul. So the consistency, as Paul sort of alluded to at the end of qualifying in the little interview we did, is quite difficult. There seems to be the slightest error in these cars, and it's just costing them tenths instantly. He's looking unlikely to be able to make a move now. Nearly a second back on the interval. I'll go through that right-hander then. And say it's going to take a big mistake, I think, from Matty J in this position. It's not to say that it won't happen. I've already cursed a couple people tonight, so let's see, can they both make it through? Looking clean and tidy, using all the road there. Let's come down to the second to last corner then. Gap will close. It's not going to be enough. It's going to take a huge mistake as Tom gets sideways in the background there, you could just see. Yeah, it's looking like should be victory for Matt Johnson, his third in the series, ahead of Paul then. You've got Rob Fowler, Tom Simpkins and Matt Davis making the way through. And oh, my F7 doesn't work as I wanted it to. Oh, that was a race to the line between Matt Davis and Jake Biggerstaff there. Not sure who actually nicked that. We'll have to see what happens with the reverse grid, but everyone else has filed through then. Dan Brown, Ross Parker, Ben, John. I think we're just waiting for Ash, who's had another mistake again. There's a 158 lap. We did see he was doing some 46s, so he's able to put some of the laps together, just unfortunately making a couple of mistakes and dropping himself off the back, but he's improving and he's keeping going, and that's what we like to see. As I say, we do cater for everyone in the group, and we like to try and progress everyone in the group if we can. Yeah, unfortunately my timetable kept going there as the guys were crossing the finishing line and swapping positions on the cool down lap, so hopefully we can make head and tail of the reverse grid once it changes over. That should be everyone through anyway, whether it's waiting for myself, it might be. Tom giving Matty Johnston a nudge there. Some practice starts. Oh, and there you go. Waiting to slip over. So what we got? 8 people still watching. That's great to see. We will do that myself just to show the resub. So still one person off the goal that we wanted of 15 subscribers. So say anyone that isn't already, if you can link your accounts, your Amazon Prime account with your Twitch account, you can do it if you Google and go to Prime Gaming, log into your Amazon account, and then if you go on your profile on that website, it gives you the option to be able to link to your Twitch account. So once you've done that, you get on Twitch, and yeah, you can potentially subscribe to us. It costs you nothing, and it just helps us get a little bit of money from ad revenue for covering server costs. So anything we can do to sort of try and make the racing as cheap as possible for everyone, and we'll certainly do it. We do have a little bit of merch as well, which is actually going to get updated. So through our Discord, we do have another merch shop that Amp Brown's helped set up for us. So thanks to Amp for doing that. There's potentially some more stuff going to happen with that. Just waiting to see. But yeah, if not, just give us a follow. Come and join in with the racing. Say we've got the BMWs again next week, and actually that was something I was going to come back to for Tom, which was the calendar. So next week's race is at Alton Park, the island circuit, so the one that you see in the BTCC. So yeah, it's a track that we've used through many different series on Wednesday nights. John for the win in second place. Yeah, don't see why he's not probably been quite on the pace. I actually fancy, where have we got, just trying to see what the order is actually. So that's Ross Packer, Ben. That's not the right way around, is it? No. I'm just thinking if that's Matt Cross that's at the side of Ant Brown. I'm going to say Matt Cross and Matt Davis, I think, are going to be pretty good shouts for this one, because they've got quite all the quick drivers are behind them, but they're going to be tripping over each other as well. And we know how quick Matt Davis has been, especially in that last race. So yeah, could certainly be interesting. So there we go then, the lights are coming on and getting ready. Can Ash Toff get himself away at the start? Oh, and he doesn't go. Nothing happens. So Ross Parker goes straight into the back of him. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, straight into the back. Ross Parker ends up losing a lot of positions and momentum. There's a little bit of touching. I think everyone's going to file through fairly safe. Ash Toft just nudges the back of Ben, and he's already at the back of the grid. Oh, that's Ross Parker and Jake Biggerstaff that's in the grass. So yeah, been a lot of position changes already. John getting hung out on the outside there. So that is Matt Cross and Matt Davis through. Excuse me. First and second already. John trying not to give in. He's going to give a little bit of a nudge, but cars remain pointing in the right direction. There's Paul looking for a move on Ant Brown. So he's desperately trying to keep up with Matt Johnston there. And that's Rob Fowler that Matty J's already gone past. So again, not an easy person to overtake. And Paul's going to want to get that done as quick as he possibly can and not let Matt Johnston get away. There's Ben and John, and Matt Johnston's going to go straight round the outside of both of them, is he? Straight up onto the podium. He does. He cuts back across. That's a fantastic move by Matty J. Just an absolute master of working his way through the pack. Just manages to do it all the time. Don't know how he does it. He just somehow can read exactly what's going to happen. and he just filters his way through, and that's him up into third place. So we've got a map 1, 2, 3 as it stands, with Cross followed by Davis and then Johnston. That's Ben Hanks on the grass there. Oh, close to Paul going into turn 1, but Paul will have that move completed. So Paul moves up another position. Again, he's going to need to try and find a way. First time. Hi, Jeps. Sorry, just see Rob Fowler then late on the brakes, goes down the inside of John Walker. John's going to hang it around the inside and have the inside line for the right-hander. Rob's still trying. He's got good momentum out the corner, actually. Can he keep it going into this corner? No, John is going to push him. Here comes Paul as well to join in on the party. So Paul's going to look for a way past both of them. Am I on mute? No, I'm not on mute. Making me fucking look, Josh. So, yeah. As we see then, John still battling away with Rob Fowler. As Matty Johnston's caught those leaders up. And John is determined to keep that move. He's doing ever so well here. Rob will have the inside line. Will he finally get the move done? It looks like it might do as John goes wide. Paul is going to follow him through as well. So Paul does get himself through. John, unfortunately, there did really well to hold on as long as he did. And now they're all going to go barreling into turn 1. There goes Ben Hanks down the inside of John. And here comes a recovering Tom Simpkins as well. Oh, sideways on the exit. Just going to have a quick look at the guys at the front. Just to make a quick note about being easy to join. Definitely get yourself in our Discord. Have a look at the sign-ups there. We've got sign-ups for Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione. The two series that we're doing, Wednesday and Sunday evenings. All the information you need is in there. Speak to the guys if you're not sure. Everyone's happy to help, but yeah, please do. If you're not joining, recommend it to other people that will join. You know, let's keep this grid where it's at. Let's get some more numbers on the Wednesdays. Nice healthy grid on Sunday at the moment. Definitely space for more people though. And so cater to all skill levels and enjoy some good banter. So meanwhile then, this battle at the front's really heating up. There's a lot of moves going on in the background as well. I'm just going to keep an eye on these guys then, just to see if anything happens. Guarantee I move camera sets away from him and someone will make a move and overtake. I think Matt Cross is just holding these two up at the moment. Go Matt. Yeah, which one, Alex? But yeah, looks, I say they're doing, what are they in, 45s? We obviously know Matty J can do 44s on a race pace, and I'm pretty sure Matt Davis can as well if he's given the space. But it looks a tricky track to overtake. A lot of people have been trying to get the move done into this left-hander. In fact, Matty Davis has been pretty good through the right actually, so you've seen he was trying to line it up I think there as well. So it's a case of into that chicane or possibly into the second to last corner as well, if he can keep the momentum going through this left-hander. So Davis keeping a slightly tighter line on the entry. Was he able to get on the power that little bit earlier? He's giving a flash of the lights. He wants by. Matt Johnston breathing down the neck, ready to pounce if there's any mistakes made. Excuse me. And Matt Davis then gets himself alongside. He's leaving himself on the outside. He's quite vulnerable to an attack if this doesn't work out. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. Matt Cross is going to force him wide. Matt Johnston is going to make the move by the looks of it, and he will into turn 1. And through he goes then. Into second. Matt Davis going to try the long way round. Is he going to switch it back? He's going to have a long drag up the hill. He might be able to get this done with a bit of slipstream as well. It's going to be close, you can see. Both just dropped away slightly from Matt Cross, giving him a slight bit of breathing room for now. Come up into the left-hander then. Will Matt Davis have a look for the dive down the inside on the right? Not this time through. So maybe it's time just to follow Matt Johnson, see if Matt Johnson can break the defence of Matt Cross. And maybe try follow him through. Got Paul Ayo on the back of Rob Fowler now as well. See that there, Paul 0.4 of a second behind. And again, probably got a little bit of pace in hand over Rob. Not able to find a move at the moment. As Rob gets it slightly wide on the entrance there, so gave Paul a chance to stick a nose down the inside. He's going to be on the outside going into the final corner. Again, probably going to try and look to get on the power, really get the switchback done. It's not able to though this time through. Ben Hank's in a 6th place still, so Ben having a really good go at this. Obviously on the reverse grid, I think he was 4th at the start of this. But yeah, he's managed to hold his own so far. We've got Tom Simpkins and Jake behind him, both recovering from earlier incidents. But yeah, Ben been able to get himself away from John and Ann Brown, who he's been battling with for most of this evening, so having a good run in the mid-45s as well, so running a respectable pace, to be fair. In the famous Listerine colours is Rob Fowler and Paul then. Side by side, that looks like Paul's got the move complete. So he's up into 4th place. He's 5 seconds down on that leading trio, so it's going to take a miracle really for that gap to come back down again. The guys in front are going to have to do a lot of battling, or there's going to have to be a colossal mistake somewhere, you would suspect. Not to say that it can't happen though, as Matt J then sticks a nose down the inside and looks to take the lead. Matt Cross will stick alongside him. Actually got a bit more momentum on the exit and will probably keep this position by the looks of it. Matt breaking that little bit early. He's going to try and get himself down the inside on the overlap. Not quite able to this time. On to lap 7 already then. Close as you like at the front. And there goes a late lunge from Matty J. Set that one up. He's got the car stopped on the apex down the inside. The room afforded to him by Matt Cross. He's actually done well on the exit there. He's kept himself in front and also... Oh, but it looks like a mistake mid-corner, so Matt Cross has lost a lot of room. Momentum, sorry, as they go 3 wide then. And they've got a tight hairpin coming up, and Matt Davis has actually taken both positions off of him. So an excellent move from Matt Davis. He's just about got the car stopped. And that's him going from 3rd into 1st position. Matt Johnson's still not in front of Matt Cross, so Matt Davis using the guys in front of him brilliantly there, was able to just run his own line, kept it nice and tidy, carried all that speed through, and just drove straight through the middle of both of them. So an excellent move there Can he make a break now? We know he does have a bit more pace. He's going to be absolutely desperate to try and get a few car lengths in case Matt Johnston is able to find his way past. Excuse me. As the jet fighter goes over yet again. There's Paul Ayo in the background with Rob Fowler for company. Tom has been able to make his way past Ben Hanks now. Say Ben is doing a good job. He's got a couple seconds in hand over Jake behind him. It's come to start penultimate lap then. What can these guys do up at the front? See the wide line for Matt J this time, and he's going to drive right round the outside of him by the looks of it, and he certainly has. That's an epic move. He was able to get the car slowed down enough and keep the momentum round the outside. Matt Cross not giving up. He's looking to cut back at him immediately. Expect Matty J to probably go tight here. Yes, he does. To go into that braking zone. Through the left. Matt Cross is going to have a go down the right hand side. Keeps it nice and tight. Are they still going to be side by side into the next corner? No, not quite. So Matt Johnston does get that move done. He's going to be thinking about defending, certainly for the next corner or so. He's got a second gap to Matt Davis in front. So Matt Davis has done what he can in the time forward to him, whilst he's had Matt Johnson stuck behind Matt Cross. Is it going to be enough coming into this last lap? Again, that's a tight line for Matt Johnston as he defends. He's able to keep it for now. So the guys coming through the second to last then, ready to start this final lap. So what's Matt Davis done as a lap time? It's a 45.3, so maybe not quite up to speed that you would expect, but it was enough to gain him a little bit of time and breathing room. Paul's actually done really well over the last few laps. It's a 44.5 personal best on that last lap. He's actually gained 3.2 seconds, but he's not going to be able to gain any positions, you wouldn't have thought, on this last lap. So unless Matt Cross and Matt Johnson have a coming together. Matt Cross certainly having a look again. He's going to go for that wide line again. Try and cut it back. Oh, big bounce over the curb, unsettled the car. Didn't like that at all. Oh, and what's happened to Matt Davis there? He must have just got sideways. Something's gone wrong. He's back up to speed again, but it looks as though he might be losing that position, and he has. So it's a mistake from Matt Davis. Has cost him first place at the moment. He's still got a couple corners to potentially try and make up for it. He might have just thrown the victory away in this one. Right, he gives a nudge to Matt Johnson, who parks on the apex. As you would expect, he's not going to be able to do it from there. So Matt Davis has absolutely thrown away the victory in this one. And just handed it on a plate to Matt Johnson. So Matt Johnson's going to have a second and 2 first. Another dominant performance. As he crosses the line then, in front of Matt Cross, and then Paul Hayer, Rob Fowler with a 5th. Tom will come home in 6th. In front of Ben Hanks, so a good result for Ben Hanks, that one. 7th place in front of Jake. Got Ant Brown and John Walker then completing the top 10. We've got Ash Toff then working his way around to complete the grid. So we're missing Harrison, unfortunately, that we had in earlier this evening. But a really good race, that one. Reverse grids normally throw a spanner in the works, but it's good to see the quick boys fighting the way through. And those three at the front, the 3 Matts, all keeping each other honest all the way through. I'm sure Matt Davis will be absolutely gutted with costing himself on that last lap. I'm just going to keep our cameras on Ashtoff just whilst he completes this race and completes the evening for us. We'll say a quick thank you to the guys that are watching. Anyone who is new to us, you can give us a follow or potential subscribe. We would definitely appreciate it. There you go then, Ashtoff completes the race. And we'll move back over then to the intermission screen just whilst I talk out the last bit. Yeah, thanks Alex, thanks Tom for watching with us. Yeah, some really good racing there. As I say, we do have the BMW Compacts again this same time next Wednesday. Will be streamed again, all being well. Shouldn't be any issues for me unless I have problems getting back from Kettering. So, but yeah, we've got space on the grid for you to come and race if you haven't raced with us before, or you have raced with us before and you've got the time. Love to see you on the grid. If not, if AC is not your thing, Wednesday night's no good for you, we do have the Sunday a set of course of Competizione. Sign up for that is on Simracing GP. Again, links and that are through our Discord as well as our Facebook. And that is the Ginetta G55 GT4. It's another cup series. We've had some good racing in that through that series so far, through the 2 rounds that we've done. 23 on the grid last week as well, so we've had 22 and then 23, so we've had good healthy grid size on there, but again, plenty of spaces for more people, and we do have a Pro, Silver and AM categories on that, so anyone that wants to come in, there's different categories. Everyone should be able to race with someone of equal ability to them, really. It'd be great to see you on the grid, so yeah, come and check us out for that one as well. Hopefully Tom will be around to give us a stream, and hopefully he puts his microphone on this time. But yeah, other than that, say check out all our links, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.